let's get into the game and actually see what is worth clipping.
Oh, we are on Inferno this time around, and well, it can be a bit of a T-sided map if the T's are able to take it out really nicely, but still, Teiko being on the CT side, they can, right, they play it out nicely, they definitely can score this map for themselves, and then possibly take it to Dust 2, and then eventually train to really see who the true winner is. But for now, TryHearts with the map advantage, all they really have to do is just close this one out and take the series for themselves.
Let's see it. Can we have them take the series for themselves? Honestly, with the way that they've been playing, I think so. We do have TryHearts starting out on the T side with Teiko starting out on the CTs. Hopefully, they're going to be bringing the A game that we witnessed yesterday in the semifinals and in the past two. But I need to see Teiko take at least one map. This has been a little bit of a stomp here. And knowing that this team, where they come from, what they were capable of, I need to see them keep up that kind of energy that we saw yesterday. But as it is going to be a T-side split, some over in apartments, some pushing up with the bomb over in Banana, it's time for them to actually find some picks.
Definitely is the case. Smoked off of Banana, though, so unlikely to find a pick there. But trying to also find some space towards A side. There are 3 members of Teiko posted up there on A side. No rotations warranted just yet, but one of their members is going to be deciding to actually move towards B side because, yeah, that's where the presence has been shown by TryHearts yet. Moving towards short, one guy, helper, already at boiler. There's the archer smoke. One guy rotating back, but TryHearts, if they're fast enough, they should be able to find the 2 guys playing on side. There we go. The first pick has been found on Prodigy. Hope still alive on Pit. Oh boy, clean headshot landed, but quickly traded out as well. And Indigo doubling it up, finding someone on Arch as well between the gap in the smoke. And this should just be enough to get the bomb down. And the retake is now a 2v4 situation for Teiko.
2v4. Definitely online for this team, but ooh, Victor, one tap makes this a 1v4. Not exactly what you want, and close quarter combat favors the Glock in the dual lead fight, and that's going to be Afamon taking the advantage of a unresponsive player. But as we get into our next round, Teiko opting to actually force up some pistols here. I see a 5-7 in the hands of Prodigy. I see a Deagle in the hands of Hope. They are going to try to match this by with some of their own. That's going to be a very interesting strat to keep them alive.
For sure. Actually, two Deagles, 5-7 and a P250. Interesting. Make it a 3 Deagle combo. Might be able to land a few headshots. They have been trying to, but yeah, TryHeart. They are cautious enough not make any mistakes. Richter is going to be spotting out someone in window, but we'll look at that. Prodigy going in for a shot is going to be shut down by Indigo right away. And that is one guy down already on Teiko. And look at that. TryHeart still really calm and composed, not making any move, even after that first pick. But eventually, leaning towards B side.
Here we go. This Prodigy no longer here. B site, kind of a better option. You know, having this crossfire, Victor has to just work their way out. But RT mod, keep your gun up. Looks like they're having a little conversation right now, probably saying something to somebody. But I need to see what they're going to say to us with their gameplay. I need to see what they can actually pull out today. I need to see some damage, as this is a T execute. The smokes are falling, and it's time for them to hit. And the lurk is executed over here. Another one over there. And now it's just one player through the smoke. Gonna get massacred down. And actually, no, it's Des Victor on the other side. They just wiped the floor with an execute on all fronts.
Just TryHeart stuff. They have been showing us this exact form of gameplay in the previous 2 games, and they're just replaying it all over. But yeah, Teiko, all they really had to show for it were just pistols, but now it's MP9s and a few rifles. So we might see some frags coming through. We might see some sort of resistance against TryHearts.
Let's hope that resistance is going to be enough. Honestly, in these rounds, it's been a real back and forth between the 2 teams, but one has come out a lot of the time in favor. Let's see what they have. Of course, buy round mollied off. Having to take your time now. Take a deep breath going into this next point. Might be able to keep this energy up, but Looking over, Afamon already took a lot of damage. TryHearts, they have the buys, but they have to take their time. Keep allowing the default to burn through the enemy util. Keep taking their slow, methodical plays. But I also need to see some people getting some kills on the side of Teiko. Only Hope has gotten one so far in the past 3 rounds, so it's gonna have to change this one.
Definitely is the case. Inkle trying to spot someone out, pushing through, but nobody too keen on doing that on TryHearts' side. Just yet. No lurks found on A either. 3 people still. From Teiko's side. There's the utils. Rotation's coming through. If they time this right, this should be for them. What are those smokes? They're actually going towards CT. One guy down, but still traded out instantly by Rage Machine. RT Mod all alone on A side. B side. Scared for his life. Is going to be finding a headshot. Making it a 2, but yeah, that's all he's going to be good for. Oh boy. Still though. 2v2. Eagle Scrabble. Taking some damage. And now the quick retake has begun.
Quick retake. It's time to actually show what you can do with it. And there's the kills. Easy frags out for Afamon. The guy currently 4-0 with Victor, both just so clean in making sure that they keep themselves alive and shut down this team. Now getting into this next round, you have to take a deep breath and you have to ask, what is next for them? What is next for Teiko? They have no money. They got no fundage. They got nothing. So how are you going to get out of this position? How are you going to show up and show out with so little on the line? I mean, right now, TryHearts, they have Indigo with an op again, and they're up against all pistols. So it's about the crossfire. It's about the angle, and it's about the very aggressive play up B, but mid is going to be even more aggressive.
Barely running on fumes. The 5-7 though coming into play is going to be finding a headshot onto Helper, but yeah, instantly traded out by Afamon there, and it's just amazing positioning. And the pathing by TryHearts is just so good that Teiko is always in a pinch. Every single member of theirs is they're just confused on what to really do. They're making their plays, they're getting their picks, but that's all they're being allowed to do so. Richard, there we go. 1 kill, but insta headshotted by Hope. But look at that, Afamon already sneaking up from behind.
Inkwell having to go for a save. It's Inferno. Welcome to Save City. It's what we can kind of expect from this game mode, but they have an odds. They have the chance. They could turn it. Hear me well. They can turn this game around. It's not going to be easy, though. One thing that this team has really showcased is their overall skill in just finding 1 or 2, but I don't think that Inkwell's going to be able to save. No, he's safe. He's safe. Unless Afamon just continues his spree. Nah, they didn't keep pushing. Close, though.
They were out for the hunt, but oh well, just decided to stop midway through. But yeah, Teiko, after that, well, a not very nice eco round, they once again have a bye, and as I've said previously, the way TryHearts are able to maintain their momentum, Teiko should be, yeah, they really should be getting a round right now, because otherwise TryHearts is just going to keep on pushing through, just stomping on Teiko's economy, and it's once again not going to look really good. So yeah, Teiko, fingers crossed, yet again, these guys, if there's anyone that can do it, as we've seen in their previous performances, it's these guys. So yeah, they really have to make it happen now.
Yeah, they got it. They have to see something work here, and I don't know. Right here, it is pretty much a best of 3 gone in a horrible direction for this team. I mean, if you want to turn the game, it's going to have to start now. It's going to have to start some way, somehow, and we're just not seeing that amount of effort. It's just something completely shutting them down over and over and over again. So, is it enough? Is this going to be the team that gets shut down or shut out? I mean, you look over at TryHearts. They're calling a timeout right now. Or sorry, Teiko. They're calling a timeout. And if Teiko calls this timeout, I mean, let me ask you, Holler, what do you think that they're telling each other right now? Like, what is the game plan after 60 seconds of being able to ponder?
they are probably trying to make some sort of change in their playstyle, but the question that arises once again is that they've almost tried everything. They are taking control of areas like second mid and banana, and they're trying to keep at it. But TryHarts, the way they're exploiting, the way they're just passively approaching every single area of the map, and they're able to just find a window of opportunity in Teiko's positioning all over the map, is just they're just probably trying to very just taking their time to comprehend what's really going on and how to just fix it. And yeah, I just really hope that they're able to find a way to counter TryHarts at this point. Yeah, because otherwise it's definitely not going to look good.
Yeah, it's not a good look here, and shutting them down so consistently might lead us into our next round. And there's only so many more that Teiko can take without, honestly, I think their mental getting crushed here. Because remember, they've been getting really shut down every single start of round here. So I need to see how they're going to adapt to just keeping themselves mentally in the game, because there's nothing that feels worse than getting shut out and shut locked every single moment. But as we are looking at this team spread out, search for clues, we'll see how they're going to be able to touch up on the points here. And oof,
What? No!
Prodigy can't
What
hold
is
it,
that?
but Hope can get at least one.
That was actually a good setup by Teiko, and that could have locked down Apps and maybe even get the lurk. But this time around, TryHarts just decided to go all out on A side, and the early pick by Victor was just so very insane that Teiko is just once again in shambles. Still though, a 2v2 with the bomb down. This is a retake situation that is very, very doable for these guys. Our team mod already scaling up on side, trying to clear every single angle one by one. Up on Apps, that guy shouldn't exactly be peeking again. Inkil is going to be finding the pick. And yeah, this is looking really grim for TryHarts, as Teiko is going to be getting their first round off the defuse. Oh boy.
All right. I mean, solid from Teiko, solid from Inkwell here and RT Mod to be able to, clutch that moment. But are they going to be consistent? Are they going to keep up that energy? That's the question that we got to ask ourselves here, because this is a team that has had a lot of struggles in this game, but doesn't mean that they're not going to be able to turn this game around. But you gotta still trust in the process here for Teiko. They managed to grab one round. TryHarts still has a lot of money. They still have the ability to buy up and try again. TryHarts, they've been dominating on the B site. They just learned, okay, well, A site is not the best for us. We've learned that. Head back to where it works, and that's where we're going long. A lot of the default already burning through this util.
Definitely. TryHarts. Little change of pace here. Not exactly being very aggressive with Banana, and Teiko might be better off taking Banana control, because it's just Indigo who's a little further tucked up inside. But now they are moving, trying to find a pick. That is a good boost. Might be able to spot someone out. There we go. Instant reaction by Afamon, and is going to be finding the pick onto RT Mod. Still though, the way these guys play, they have known to be very passive even after getting those picks, leaning towards B side but not exactly executing just yet. The utils are just not there yet. The rotation though is, and now is this high take by TryHarts. But never mind, look at that, they're moving back.
It's like they pick TryHarts. I mean, yeah, having to now back it up into the mid spot, you are going to be seeing Teiko having to manage a very quick rotation here. The question really comes down to, are they going to get there in time? Hopefully. And it looks like, no, it's a counter retake. It's a counter rotate. Trying to get back on. The smoke is here, but with 25 seconds, they have to commit now to the B site. A currently occupied by only one. The Prodigy grabs one. Rage Machine gone. The spray, they line up for Inkwell. He's good for one, but now it's Affaman who has to be good for two. And he's split, getting the timing down, winning this 1v1, but he can't. And Inkwell clutching the round means Teiko is now halfway to tying up the game.
This is good stuff from Teiko. You talked about consistency. They are giving just that. And now TryHarts not looking very nice on that economy. They're going to be missing a few rifles. Probably are going to opt for a maybe like 2 Gilios or something, but still. Are they good enough to go up against this all-new Teiko? This all-new mindset that we are now seeing from these guys?
That's up to them. I mean, if we want to see are they good enough, they have to prove it in this round. And this round is not going to be easy. For most of the game, they've been shut down over and over and over again. But that doesn't mean that they can't cook just a little bit. Just a little bit. I can't wait to see what they're able to do.
By the way.
I'm looking at that nade.
I mean, interesting util used all around the map. That is for sure, and nah, the boost isn't going to be finding a kill, but Hope is, though, as he's second mid inside window, is going to be finding Rage Machine, comes back up, and delivers another headshot before he's traded out, and that is a few good picks for this guy.
Solid. I mean, Teiko, they've really let the BM get to their head. They're ready for it. They're ready to show, okay, we got to the grand finals for a reason. We want that prize money. We want to show up here in our community out here at Plausible Gaming. And they might just have what it takes, but still 2v4, and TryHearts wins these sometimes. So you kind of have to take your time. You're going to have to really highlight the kind of game plan that you bring to the table here.
For sure. These guys have been in these 2v4s a number of times before, but this guy's just going to be walking into Prodigy's crosshair, and yeah, Prodigy not missing that shot, and, well, Helper being the only one live, stomping around, bombs in hand. 15 seconds though. What can he really do? Except hold on to his gun, because yeah, the economy after this round is definitely not looking good for TryHearts, and well, good for Teiko. They definitely are tying up the round gap, and now they are looking a little bit more hopeful of taking this series a little longer.
Oof. No save. Oh, unfortunately, TryHearts is on their last legs for a buy. Helper is going to have to, I believe, sell what he just purchased. But this is not a turnaround moment. This is a chance for maybe, just maybe Teiko to keep on their momentum. And that happens, I mean, that's going to be a real shutdown. But as we're moving more and more rounds forward, more and more of this game continues to go in the favor of Teiko, we might be seeing that map 3. We might be seeing them be able to turn this game completely around and locking it down for us.
Teiko anticipating a little bit of a B push, a lot of util invested there. But TryHearts, they are on the opposite side of the map. Just pistols to work around with Helper, with the AK that he saved in the last round. No picks found yet on either side. Calm before the storm it is. Both of the teams being really slow.
That's kind of what you have to do, though. I mean, we look at TryHearts. If they don't get the opening pick, then, I mean, it's GG. They just lose. So take your time. Deep breaths here. Get into this next round. You might be able to shut this down, but it's a big might. I think they're a mighty team. They might be able to pull it through, but ooh. Flashes out. Lots of players on this A site. 3 all having to get their angles, get their ones. And they might just be able to pull it through. But Denade, well timed, can actually execute half the damage of this bomb carrier. And here they go.
Yeah. Oh. Helper still being able to find one, is going to be doubling it up, but yeah, to no use as Teiko is able to clear out the apps drop. Oh boy. The round gap is, well, non-existent now. There is none. It's a 4-4. Teiko is looking a little better from previous. This is the most amount of rounds they got in the previous maps was 4. Now they already have that, so it's only up from here. Teiko looking to stretch this a bit longer than what should have been happening. So yeah, it's really good from them. And TryHearts, they now finally have the guns before the previous round. So yeah, might see a change of pace here.
Might see a change of pace, but already it's just going to be a full firefight over in through the smoke. But the nade does a decent amount of damage to Afamon, dropping him down to 52 HP. The consistency from this team, so very clean, but it's going to be running low. They have to now go for a little bit more of this default. But TryHearts, they haven't used a lot of their smokes yet, a lot of their util. They've burned through half of Teiko's kit so far, and they can keep that energy up, but it is not going to be an easy game. Hopefully, We can see them get around this corner, but A-Site, again, has that triple stack that's been so devastating to their team, and they could just keep that energy up.
I mean, for sure. TryHearts once again on a split. Trying to find something over towards B side, but not exactly being able to, and now they're moving towards A, so might be able to find something out there, but yeah, Teiko not making any mistakes so far. He's playing it out really passive, holding their respective angles. The Ayuto definitely is there. Hearts just smoked off. Nobody walking into Prodigy's crosshair just yet. But yeah, Prodigy with a quick reposition. He is ready for the fight. But he's up against AK's up really close. But he does not care about that. Kill is there. Helper though walking into side. Evil Scrabble there to help him out. They have been dropped onto side. Evil Scrabble not exactly swinging, but will end the perfect timing. And they're going to line up for him. Oh boy, Teiko looking really nice now.
This is an execution. I mean, right now we're looking at a team that has been just so consistent in their play style, and now might be able to actually just take the whole game by storm here. I am looking, though. Hopefully, TryHearts is going to be able to, get their advantage back, but they got no money. And if anything, they have an opportunity here to call a timeout, maybe take a deep breath and say, okay, how do we want to turn this game in our favor? But it's a big how. There's not a lot of options left for their team. They don't really have a lot of money remaining. They kind of just have to play by ear and see what this team can do.
Yeah, the Molly's going to be hurting a few people, but Helper is there on site with the Mag 10. Is shut down instantly, though. Hope doing a lot of damage there. Tech 9 is now all 9. Is going to be finding Hope and Prodigy. Evil Scrabble finally coming into the battlefield. Is going to be finding 2 for himself. Dwindling down the numbers on TryHearts, and yeah, that is going to be another round for Teiko. 6-4 is definitely not good, definitely not bad, I'm sorry, for a half, and they can definitely get a few more out of this the way they have been moving in the previous rounds.
Let's see if they're going to be moving in the right direction, though. So far, it's been a whole lot of shutdown. I mean, 4 in a row into 6 in a row. That is a crazy turn here, but we're not quite done. TryHearts has another round of a bye. It's up to Indigo's Op to find the first pick, and they're going up against Prodigy, which we saw. Prodigy lives up to his name, knows how to be locking this game down, and should bring us that kind of vibes. But as we're getting into this point, it's going to be another pick on Ifamon. A free for one. Free for none. And that's going to be another site that they can't really execute without the lurk up. But remember, the early rounds here was all based on how Victor and Afamon and Rage Machine got their individual starting picks. They just have to start bringing back that energy.
For sure. TryHearts having lost one member already. Not looking too nice. Teiko. They are once again the triple stack on A. And it has been working out for them so far. And interestingly, make it a 4 stack. They are anticipating a complete A rush, but look at that. The only guy playing on B side has now been found. This could be the free side. And yeah, the rotation is coming through from both the teams. They do have to take care of CT though, because yeah, Teiko being really quick on the rotates as well. CT smoked off, but they can come through Coffin. The bomb just not here on site yet, and Teiko is probably aware of that and might just flood onto site as soon as the bomb starts to get planted. Now Molly is going to be delaying this Coffin push a little, but for how long?
Ooh, good shot through the smoke from Hope to grab and help her down, and now it's an op in the hands of Indigo to try to hold this down, but it's a 3v3. The bomb finally planted. TryHearts, for the first time in a long time, actually has an advantage in the round. Just enough. 18% leading in their favor for this round, but they have to apply it. Now they have to really start gaming, but it's a swing. And Victor's good for Prodigy. Good enough to keep this movement. Can they keep it at... Ooh, shots. Just one by triple. The crossfire's a bit too big, but the wall bang from Scrabble. And he gets 2. Scrabble shuts it down.
Perfect spray down through that wall and then a perfect pre-fire. Wow. Great stuff to be seen from Evil Scrabble. And yeah, they're doing really good so far. And yeah, TryHearts for the first time actually feeling a little dominated by Teiko here. Still though, even if it ends up being an 8-4 from Teiko to TryHearts, it is definitely a good scoreline for TryHearts to come back up from. But it's all the more great for Teiko to actually keep their hopes alive of staying in the series. So yeah, Really gonna see where this all this really goes.
Here we go. Nice from Prodigy. Grabbing Indigo down with a clean headshot, giving us a solid opportunity for a 7-4. But can we see that 7-5? Grabbing Indigo. We do see this team, TryHearts, off the back of a very rough round. It's time for them to keep up that energy. And unfortunate that they have not been able to get a single round in almost all of this half. Teiko. Just around the corner. Every single time. But Affamon, that's the entry that you got to be pulling through. And RT Mod,
Oh, yeah.
not going to be able to get the trade for him. Means that this is now, again, a 4v4. But RT already incredibly low. The life is favoring TryHearts. But TryHearts, they still aren't anywhere close to touching a site.
They have neutralized the man advantage, though, so that is something. And now they are moving towards A side, which hasn't really been easy for them to be able to get, but might just work around this time. Short has been smoked off, and Hope with a really slick angle is going to be finding Helper right as he walks in. The op on Prodigy's there, and it's going to be put to full use, and now it's just two people stuck inside Short. One is going to be trying to climb up. The smoke is going to be broken. And yep, it is perfect for both of them to spot both of the terrorists and get their respective kills. What a round by Teiko through and through.
Just beautiful. Just so clean. And now Teiko getting this in their favor. 8-4. TryHearts needing to win a pistol round if they want to be taking this game. They have what it takes. But if TryHearts can just bring back that energy. Remember, this is their map pick. Again, it seems like no one knows how to play the map that they want to lock in. It just seems like every time you lock it in, the enemy team gets a buff. But as we're going to be jumping on into our newfound round, a timeout has been called. TryHearts wanting to figure out, okay, how do we get ourselves in the lead? What's our strat? They're going to be starting off on the CT side, which this is a T-sided map. Is it stack A? Is it fight over mid control? Is it nade stack banana? Usually those are 3 default options here, but in the pistol round, it could be Hail Mary site B, go for an A retake. But we saw how much they had troubles touching those points. But Holler, I gotta wonder, what is your thoughts? What would you do if you were on this team? You're down 4 rounds, it's the half switch. What's the plan you would tell your team?
I mean, they do have 2 more maps to go, so it's like they definitely can bet on just going all aggressive as they have been. But hey, Edu, this is TryHearts we were talking about. They have been really, passive on these approaches. So on CT side, they might as well be. And yeah, for Teiko, they really do have to be super cautious about what they're doing. So yeah, a full site rush might just not work for these guys. So yeah, they really have to be super cautious. And once again, that just leaves being, a super passive approaches to these sites the only viable option. And since we're in Inferno, that might just be the case that we're going to be seeing here today.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they could always just say, well, we'll get them next round. And next round is Dust 2. Dust 2 is a game mode or a map that everybody should know how to play if you've been playing Counter-Strike for as long as, anyone in EU has. I mean, hell, I think kids are born with a Counter-Strike account. So over in Europe. So let's see what these guys are going to be able to pull through with, as Teiko does have a solid setup to just punish any peaks. And here comes one. And they do get Affamon.
Very nice initial pick coming in from Inko. Definitely is going to be helping them out in the long run. But now Teiko actually leaning towards B side once again. Sildo being really slow. Maybe finding a few more. Only one guy from TryHearts side is posted up on B side. Holding the smoke, but how effectively can he do that if Teiko just decides to rush in? Instead, they are deciding to actually leave Banana, just inserting one guy in there, and yeah, rest of them are going to be moving towards B, which is exactly what TryHearts is anticipating. So yeah, it just might work out in their favor.
Honestly, it's all about the peak. They have util going over here, which might distract, but Helper knows you just got to hold it. And the timing, he grabs Inkwell. Helper. Oh, unfortunately takes a bullet to the brainstem, but that's going to be Evil Scrabble, and he manages to pull out through in a 1v2, keeping it all online. 24 seconds. Prodigy has to swing in the run and gun, and guns down another one. Rage Machine, last player standing. Dooley's in hand. Unfortunately, bullet in head means Teiko takes the pistol, and we could be going to a third map with this kind of momentum for Teiko.
Definitely looking really good on this third map. Teiko actually deciding to just step back up now, and now they're deciding, or at least showing, seemingly taking it to a fourth map. So yeah, it might just be Teiko's final opportunity, because hey, TryHearts really low on that economy. Teiko, all the Mac 10s, all the Galeels that they need, and definitely could shut this out. Even opting for 2 AK-47, that's a lot of confidence.
And all the confidence in the world is what you're going to need if you want to take on TryHearts after their 2-0. Now, can we see a reverse best of 5 sweep? Looks like we're going to be just seeing RT Mod running in, and he bit off a lot more than he could chew if his team's not going to follow him, and he didn't even get the pick. So that's going to be a Mac 10 now in their hands. And oh, the counter push. Hope you hold it. That's 1. That's 2. But that's not 3. And now it's a 3v3 as they are going to try to retake the A site. The bomb now planted. It's time to set it up. It's time for TryHearts to keep this going. Util online.
Teiko, that amazing insertion of Banana was just amazing. The one guy left on the lurk, finding 2, pretty much securing the round for these guys. Inkwell finding the kill on Victor, could possibly find one more. Mac 10 though, regardless, no armor, so it's definitely gonna be very hard for him to do anything in that situation. Yeah, the most they can do is just go for exits, and this is going to be another, and actually the 10th round for Teiko on this map. And wow, just a completely different picture than what we have been seeing in the previous maps.
Yeah, oof. I mean, it's a different picture, but really it started with just 1 round lead, and you could tell that TryHearts took, I think, advantage over how much they underestimated, that's the word, they underestimated how good Teiko was. And unfortunately, you allow this team to, you know, take some space, get that momentum, and they're going to keep it going. So as we are going to be keeping up with our wonderful shout outs to our observer and prod team behind the scenes over here at Plausible Production. I mean, really setting the stage for some solid season 1 camera work. But ooh, Affamon, beautiful smoke, and oh, what a push-up. Read like a book there onto Inkwell, and that's the kind of playstyle that TryHearts needs to do if they want to turn this game around, because 5-10, oh, that's a normal score line. That's something that really peaks it.
Definitely is the case, posting up one guy on towards B, and the smoke is not going to be helping him much longer, but hey, the rotation is there, it's fine. The crossfire has been set up. Affamon, there we go, he peeks, finds one, and the rush is there. Artimod finding the guy boosted up on side. Helper, though, coming into the game field from the smoke, is going to be finding one, but instantly traded out, of course. Should be able to get the bomb down, but it's still a 3v2 for these guys, and they're really low HP. Just barely dies after getting the bomb down. Just hope. All hopes are on you. Nah.
Good attempt. I mean, a really solid attempt to turn this peak, but that is a 5-10 half. That's now TryHearts trying to bring it back, and I believe, unfortunately, Teiko still has enough money to buy, so TryHearts has to run it back, do it twice if they want to be able to keep this game in their momentum. But you look over loss bonus, both teams tied. Both teams taking it on the chin here. Round 4.5. It all matters if TryHearts can just take a deep breath and allow Affamon to get that first blood. That was so clean. So clean.
For sure, but TryHearts probably will not try anything like that once again, because hey, something like that only works once. And Teiko, once again, this time around, they're just a lot more cautious.
Ooh, good molly. Here we go.
Trying to take up some space on Banana, but TryHearts, once again, as passive on B side as they always are. A really nice split. Bomb kind of leaning towards A side as 2 members of Teiko give presence on Banana.
The nades have done a decent amount of damage to Prodigy, but at the end of the day, a lot of util from CT has been saved. Not a lot. One smoke. You look on over at Teiko, and they have a whole lot of flashes to get around these corners, but they have to start using them. They're waiting for someone over in apps to get a pick, but TryHearts, they're playing this defense so beautifully. And there's smoke. Another way that they can't push. God, the stalling util. Just 2 smokes, and now we're down 40 seconds here, or 35 seconds remaining, and they're going to keep that energy. So, with all that util that they're being able to pop off with, it's about the aim now. They're congealing up in mid. They're ready to try to swing on out. And here comes the execute. A-site ready for a fight. But it's 3 players holding it down.
Walks into Helper's crosshair. There you go. The fight has begun. And TryHearts is finding so many picks as they walk. Not even letting one guy step into sight. And the only one who did was taken down by Helper. And yeah. Such a delayed but a quick round by TryHearts there.
All right. I mean, TryHearts showing why they're the higher seed. They're holding that W down. They're honestly bringing it back, and momentum. We keep talking about how much this team just has to have the wind underneath their wings, the bankroll of the game. And they got it. Afamon, 6,100. Indigo, 5,800. They have so much cash. But the nade stack down mid isn't going to work too well, but the nade stack down banana is where it shines. Taking out Prodigy, clean as ever. Lots of damage dealt by the util, and now it's just Glocks. That's all they got. Well, Hope's got a dig, and it's up to Hope to be the Hope to clutch it up for Teiko.
For sure, but the way TryHearts have been holding side, it's going to be hard for Teiko to push through, but they definitely can. A lot of util usage at mid. Smoke definitely not letting them enter anytime soon. They have to wait for it to fade. The bomb repicked from T-Ramp. The question is, where exactly do they go? After seeing that many utils, do we move towards B? But hey, on B side, we were nade stacked, so they're bound to be a few people on B as well. So yeah, I think they're going to be just taking their chances on B. Not a lot of utils to be seen there. Just gambling it out that TryHearts hasn't rotated yet, and they haven't. So it might just work out. And Teiko, they're more kind of going for the picks this time around, because yeah, even though they do have just pistols, there's a guy lurking up on A, trying to find someone, but it is a double hold, and yeah, he definitely cannot walk into that, so.
Ooh, there's a good pick, and the timing.
Oh, the timing!
Instant on. And the spray, 1, 2, 3, Afamon and Rage Machine massacre. You try to touch the point, and you get touched yourself. It is an insane shutdown here from TryHearts. But Teiko, they have a buy. They have the time to turn it around.
That is right, because yeah, the way TryHearts are able to maintain their momentum, as we said, Teiko really need to get this one and secure this map as soon as possible. Because otherwise, TryHearts are on the comeback.
Let's get it. Inching up with some decent nades. Again, these nade stacks, they're doing so much damage early. Hope is already chilling at 55. You have 81 for Prodigy. That means that these M4s can finally start one-tapping. The whole benefit of an AK lost because of one piece of util. And you look at these AKs. 4 in their hands. RT mod with the nade, and oh my, these nades! Hope is just getting bullied by the dumpster.
Chewing down Hope's HP just because of the nades. No engagement made yet anywhere, but the utils are just so great that they have done a lot of damage. That molly is good. Really good, in fact, as they were just about to swing. And it's going to be giving Helper just a fraction bit of more time to get out of there. But yeah, just repositioning himself there again. Playing the cross. It's all up to Indigo and Helper. Good flash. Definitely got some information out of that.
And here comes the util to try to retake the A site. You do have some shots fired, distractions over at B, but you're not going to scare away Helper. You're not going to scare away these 3 from holding it. They know what a fake is. And with the smoke like that, they know how to burn time. Evil Scrabble going for a questionable play. He's considering it. Push the smoke. Don't push the smoke. Push the smoke. And he's going to push. And it benefits Scrabble. That's good. Helper on the high box is going to grab one. You have
13
your teammate
seconds.
there, but there's a trade up, and Helper's good for 2. But now it's a 2v3. The retake with 10 seconds remaining as the bomb gets planted.
Hope only 11 HP. The retake guys are already here. One making his way towards short is going to be finding RT Mod, converting it into a 2v2 with the HP advantage being over to their side. Because, hey, Prodigy and Hope, not both of them not looking too well. But, hey, Afamon, not really all that high on the HP either. That's one guy in that pit. Has to find one more out, and yeah, moving into side, clearing all the angles one by one. They still haven't spotted one guy, and there we go. Prodigy in a 1v1, trying to spray him down, and successfully will, and take down Rage Machine for the 11th round. Teiko are taking it with them.
Jeez, Prodigy, off the back of your single skill, is allowing now Teiko to shut down TryHearts' attempt at a recovery, but you have to do it twice. Unfortunately, TryHearts still has enough money, and you still don't have match point yet. This could be the turnaround for the team, but TryHearts, they know, okay, we came into that. It was a 2v3. We managed to do almost all the damage. It was just a really solid round, but at the end of the day, player advantage is what mattered most. But Molly's, nades, time to shine. It's the damage. And RT Mod managing to walk on up past it and gets the jump down on Afamon. Afamon biting off more than he could chew again and again. Rage Machine having to anchor this, but the pick isn't a push yet.
Pick now over towards Banana. Gives a little more space to take a little work around with. A lot of fuel being dumped on towards mid. Once again, buying as much time from Teiko's hand as possible.
Dash.
Definitely find Hope there. Yep, sees the shoulder and is going to be spraying him down.
And has the time to smoke it, but oh no, look at Banana. Look at this. It's a time to push it. 2 players remaining. Actually, no, it's just 1. Oh, and he smoked off. Has to just wait out his team, but here's the footsteps.
Yep. Definitely a wise choice to not fight that, but the spray down is really accurate through the smokes. All the shots connecting on that one specific guy, and the kill secured. Retake made a little bit easier.
Not so much util left for the TryHearts. All they have to do is just time it, coordinate it, and be able to execute it. And here's the execute. There's a headshot, body shot combo, taking out RT Mod. Now 2 players left. Prodigy 3 HP. They're probably going to molly this back corner. They have just what they need. Indigo. Swinging out, and the molly, yes! It takes out Prodigy, and here comes the swing. It's just 1 player left, and can Inquo clutch it? The answer is no, and that's going to be TryHearts taking another round and making sure that we know they are not done yet.
Definitely not going down without a fight. TryHearts 8-11, keeping the game in their hands, even though it's not a really nice picture for them just yet, but they definitely can convert this into something amazing. So, yeah, looking really nice on the economy. On the other side, Teiko, not so much. Only a Mac 10. And, well, I don't exactly know if they're going to be opting to force. We are seeing a few Desert Eagles and a Pistols come through. A Mac 10 invested in by RT Mod and a pause taken. Definitely a much-needed pause for these guys because, yeah, they need to take this with them.
Yeah, and honestly, now 8-11, a timeout is going to be called. And now it's a good time for us to ask you to take the time out of your day to check out our Discord server over at Plausible. Okay, we have Plausible PUBG. We're soon to have Plausible Counter-Strike here in March. And if you play PUBG or Counter-Strike, get ready for the greatest LFG tool that is known in Discord. And of course, if you haven't even sold yourself on Discord yet, trust me, it gives you so many options for file sharing, for the ability to just talk to your friends, communicate, and have fun. It's way better than TeamSpeak. And now, it's way better to see this gameplay keep going with TryHearts trying to lead back.
Well,
oh my.
Yeah, pushing through that molly, but it's definitely not a good idea for RT Mod. And yeah, Victor's going to be perfectly punishing him for that. Indigo missing a shot. We don't usually see that happening, but yeah, he's going to be making up for it. Big Machine on the get-go. There he is, already behind the planner. Is going to be getting the kill. No bomb planted. Nothing to show for.
So dang clean. I mean, that's the kind of play style that we need to be seeing here from TryHearts that we didn't in that first half. But the CT retake, it's what you practice. It's why you go on Counter-Strike Global Offensive community servers. Rest in peace those. And go to retake servers. God, the amount of times I've played on Inferno retakes over and over in the 3v5, 2v5 positions. God, it is my favorite thing in Counter-Strike, and how Inferno has bred these players to keep up their attentiveness, their swings, their peaks, their angles. And Indigo starts us off with a good pick. And now let's see if they can do it again in round 21.
Interesting play coming through from TryHearts. They're just pushing through Banana all out, taking really deep Banana control, so all they really have to worry about is a side. But hey, Teiko, who's to say they're not going to try and reclear that? Because yeah, they're all posted up towards T-Ramps, and now is their time to make the move.
And look at that, re-smoking it, just going to be holding this double down. I like the angle that we're seeing, but in the alleyway of Banana, are we going to see someone slip up? Are we going to have somebody make a mistake? Or are we just going to see another shot through the smoke? Good attempt to, but no cigar. Lots of damage dealt to Hope and Inkwell so far. I'm also looking over at the 3 players on A. I think we do have one set up underneath Heaven, and no one's actually fighting for apps control this time, which, you know, usually that's where the first blood happens here. But 9-11, a decent boost. They should be ready to lock this down.
A very good angle. Might be able to secure a few kills. They still have a smoke to delay the side take a little bit more, but Teiko is more ready than ever to explode onto B side. It's all down to Afamon and Rage Machine to hold them down. The side take is incoming. Both of them playing pretty much the same angle. Oh boy, Afamon delivering the first headshot onto the jumping guy. Traded quickly after that. Indigo once again finding one through the smoke. Side guys have been taken down, but Helper is there to help his teammates out. Prodigy though, trading him out instantly. Indigo being really aggressive once again with the op, but pulls down the Tech Knight just at the wrong time. Is it the wrong time? It's not, because he's going to be using it to his full advantage. Oh boy.
Dude, he didn't have the timing right, but he didn't even need to. Just absolutely punishing them for trying to have one cover the other. And that is now TryHearts covering us in a clean amount of rounds. Now 10-11, it's double digits on the board for both teams. Teiko, their lead shattered dramatically here, and they're out of money. TryHearts is going to tie this game up unless Teiko can do it with eco weapons, which they've been failing to do so.
Will they give this one last push? A little fast towards mid there. Look at this one guy. Yeah, always the first one to enter. Not exactly has been paying him off in the previous rounds, and still won't. And hey, worth a try.
Here we go. Op in hand, and Prodigy. Deagle. Tries baiting the shot, instead gets shot. Happens to the best of us. Another smoke here. Indigo taking the high ground and getting a clean flick right through the shins. And another one for Indigo. Holy, this guy is gaming right now. And with one player left, Inkwell has to do some damage to TryHearts' economy. Can't really go for a save with only a deagle in hand. See what he can do with it.
Just holding, seeing. And when pushes short, but yeah, that's all he could really do. Did he spot that guy? Never mind, doesn't really matter if he did or not, because Helper's going to be putting the final nail in the coffin there, and I'm in awe of how the round gap is once again non-existent, because it was just so big at one point, and just, you close your eyes, you open them again, it's 11-11. That's what TryHearts is capable of.
Yeah, they're trying. They're trying hard, and TryHearts, they're pulling at my heartstrings. They got me worried for a second that Teiko was going to take this game back from them, but now they're in full advantage. They have all the money. This could go OT if necessary, but Counter-Strike OT, that's a scary place to be if you're Teiko. No more concern about cash. And, oh no, Indigo, an uncharacteristic whiff. And we're seeing the punish from Hope. Hope, he's keeping this team alive, but no Helper helps them to turn it around again. TryHearts online here.
Molly, good Molly on either sides. And yeah,
so
he's going to be cleared out because of it. But still, Rage Machine is going to be getting a pick in. Only 2 people remaining on both of the teams. They're playing this out really slow.
And they're taking it extra slow. A 2v2, but both are coming out of church. They're going to have to prey on this one if they want to keep up this game. It's 11-11 with an overtime potential on the board. And they don't have any util besides a molly, smoking an aid. And the molly backside is going to scare off one, but it is a fight of the ages, the split of these teams. And the flash will come out. RT Mod. He doesn't land one.
On the defuse.
And he gets one.
Diffuser's
Now it's a
dead,
180
though.
through the
Kid
smoke.
picked up. He's going to be sticking it once again. Evil Scrabble. Never mind, he gets the kill
read.
just in time. Oh, boy.
Here we go. 11-12. Here we go. And now, can Teiko just end this? If they just have hope and Evil Scrabble clutch again and again and again, then this is going into our second map for this team. Hopefully, we can see what they can do. Remember, this is a best of 5. We want to see more games. And TryHearts wants to take us to overtime. Can they do it? It's up to RT Mod and the rest of them. Nice smoke. Counters the molly and almost gets a pick down with the op. A wall bang to drop RT down to 63 HP, but we're going to have to see more damage here. Indigo, your op has been cleaned. You just can't be the first to drop.
Missing a few shots, but now is the time for him to show up for it. Arc just smoked off. Helper trying to get a spam in, but yeah. Well, it's really correcting, but this one just might, and yes, it will. Helper finding one out through the smoke, reducing the number of Teiko by 1. Indigo sees one walk through his crosshair, perfectly delivering the shot. Radio Machine's molly is perfect. 2. Oh boy. OT it is, Edu, isn't it? Too soon to say, maybe.
Ooh, Scrabble though. Getting one, but it's Indigo every time. Last player standing is Hope, and unfortunately, he was hoping we didn't have to go to OT, and TryHearts will bring us there anyways. Welcome to the overtime, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to shine. It's time for overtime. And now, with no money issues, TryHearts is in a big advantage. The one time that Teiko was able to take it was when TryHearts was really struggling with their economy, saving up and giving up too many rounds, but now that's not a concern no more. It's time for them to shine. It's time for Teiko to maybe try to get their first map. But TryHearts wants to end it right here, right now. Let's go.
I like the excitement, but I am just on the edge of my seat here, Edu, because yeah, this just got a lot more interesting. TryHearts bringing it to an overtime. A look at that boost by Indigo is going to be helping him find a pick early on. Teiko definitely not happy about that. Victor has a really good position and sees a guy early. As you always say, Edu, it's all about the angles and the CD-sided angles. Oh boy.
Oof. Well, 2 are down for Teiko already. And Victor, the Lurk God, coming on up. Knows that Hope right above him. And Hope is gone. And unfortunately, there goes their top frag. 23-21, he's gone. Victor's going to keep it going, but now it's Prodigy's time to shine. Live up to the name. You're a gamer. Sure, Prodigy. Come on, keep doing it. He gets aggro. This is the first time we're seeing them push CT, but what will he get from it? Another one, Prodigy. He's on a road to an ace here.
Just locking on to their heads. 2 insane shots coming in from this guy, and he is not stopping. 4K. And oh wow, Victor already has made his way through Banana against 2 people. Is pretty much in a crossfire, but he can isolate the fight, but the smoke is going to be broken at the very wrong time. And Teiko just converting that round, which Victor so meticulously created for his team, is just going to watch it fall away from his hands. Oh boy.
Wow. 12-13. Teiko taking it back thanks to Prodigy. I mean, that is insane. They just work so beautifully under the pressure. And unfortunately, under the pressure here of overtime, that's all they need to shine. Now, TryHearts having to take a deep breath getting into this next round. Indigo pulling out another op, but there's only so many rounds in the half. And unfortunately, they're running out of money. Have to find a couple picks here. Take out Prodigy, take out Hope, and there's no hope left for Teiko, but that's a big ask.
Calm before the storm once again. Both of the teams really quiet, not really making any moves so far. But not in control though. It's going to be something that is going to be helping Teiko. The way TryHearts is just playing this out, two people stacked on top of each other. Afamon might be able to get an early pick out. Artimon crouches. This is the battle of timings, and HC will. The early pick on Artimon has been found. And will they continue to go banana? No, they will not. Going towards Arches. Victor finding one of his own. And continues to do so.
Nice. Now it's again up to 2. Prodigy still alive. Scrabble taking too much damage, but the swing, the re-hit. And he punishes Indigo. Oh, has the teammate pushing up on him, and he gets it. Victor's down. It's the hero plays that keep him in the game, but no, Prodigy's gone. Opting to op, and here is a Molly, and there is the kill. The tied game is back online, and unfortunately, Teiko is taking a little bit too much damage early in these rounds.
Definitely RT Mod losing his life there. Definitely not good. And then just, yeah, walking into a site just like that. TryHearts definitely not allowing that to happen. And well, overtime it is. As you said, a very scary place to be. And 13-13, both of the teams, I'm pretty sure, just want to take this. Second mid push. TryHearts and successfully getting a pick onto Evil Scrapple. That is huge. And that's their sign to just go passive. They have inserted one guy there. Teiko just adapting to it, trying to push towards B, but Rage Machine perfectly utilizing that smoke, taking 2 of his own, reloading, pulls out the deagle, is still going to be finding one, almost makes it a 4. But oh boy, he has done enough for his team.
And that's it. Another shot through the wall. Now it's in the favor of TryHearts, and if they want to win it, they can do it in overtime 1. They got to win 2 more. They definitely have what it takes. As now we're welcoming our third side swap here, or sorry, our second side swap here. I'm pretty hyped. I'm pretty hyped for this because TryHearts, they've been playing really well. But God, does Teiko have the energy in them? They have some real carries. They got Evil, Scrabble, Hope, Prodigy. They're gaming right now. All we need is Inkwell and RT Mod to keep up that kind of energy their teammates are bringing. And this is a very different game.
Definitely is. And well, RT Mod definitely is trying his best, but he's just being punished for being so early in these rounds. He's basically the sacrificial lamb for Teiko right now, but hey, they're on the CT side, so he doesn't have to be that anymore. TryHearts. They were struggling quite a lot on the T side before the overtime.
Oof,
oh
there we
boy.
go. Nice. Helper grabbing Hope down. Beautiful shot through the walls. Might be able to find another one, but if Helper can keep that going, that's kind of insane to me. We might see another opening, as this is 1 down on A, 2 to hold against 3, and still the lurk over at B.
Helper, 27 frags right now. Really seeming keen to push 30. But hey, TryHearts just being really passive after that one pick once again. They did open up A a little, and they would very much want to capitalize on it, so A side it is. Arch just smoked off. They're going to be moving in from short. Have to fight 1 apps, 1 pit. Can they do it?
Molly backside will Molly off RT Mod, who takes a ton of damage here, but he is able to get the spray. Helper able to get another one, but it's Evil Scrabble, the carry, to get shut down. 1 down, but now 2 remain. Can we see Teiko tying it up again? They're great at clutching, but Prodigy only has an op. He has to rely on his flicks, and when it comes to Indigo or Prodigy, it's one that I trust over the other, but Prodigy might prove me wrong with Afamon swinging and dodging one, and he gets it. Prodigy down, and Afamon 2 for 9. TryHearts win it, and they have a 2-round lead. 1 more, and they take the game.
The way he just held that off is just, yeah, Afamon things, and he had to do it for his team. So 13-5, TryHearts 1 round away from taking this series with them, and well, Teiko, they have to give all they have to bring this back in, because after such an amazing performance before the overtime, they definitely cannot let this get out of their hands.
Here we go. 13-15 game time. Let's shine as, of course, a little smoke for Hope. Wait, he's opping? Wait, he's... What? No
Yeah,
way.
not an
Does he just-
MP9, not an M4, and up! And he's gonna be finding a kill with that and bailing out of it. Wow.
Here we go. Linking it up. And boom goes the dynamite. Indigo grabs Evil Scrabble. It's the ops in apartments. You know, back in my day, we had sawed-off shotguns hiding around corners. Now it's just everyone holding W keys with ops. It's crazy, but we're not done yet. A great flashbang to blind your own teammate there, as right now TryHearts, they're doing stuff.
They definitely are trying their best. That smoke is going to be delaying them out a little, but no, they're walking out of it right into Inquil's crosshair, and Inquil making no mistakes, forgiving no one, taking down Rage Machine. One more guy lost on TryHard's side. 3v4 situation. 1 round needed. They need to do this.
Smoke's up. Going towards A is a smart idea. They've managed to pick off 1, and A's only got 2. Hope. Maybe this should be the opper. Maybe this could be it. And the op gets another one. Helper now down. Bomb on the ground. It's now Prodigy's time with another op at the spray with Indigo. Everybody's cleaning it up, and now it's a 2v2. The bomb is ready. 15 seconds as the bomb gets planted back sight. And talk about back sights. Indigo's op waiting for another player to peek, but we still have to wait for the rotate. It's still RT Mod trying to get there. 9 and 20 has to wait for Inkwell. It's the 2 bottom frags versus the 2 top. It's time to see who can K in this game. Can we see Teiko take it with a swing against Indigo? The flash is online, and they get it, but they don't get the timing. 1 molly in the backside, 1 W key, 1 spray, 1 flash, and there's the swing, and there's the pick. Inkwell gets 1, and they get it. They're still in the game.
So close, yet so far for TryHarts. They almost had that, but RT Mod and Inkwell for the retake, keeping their team alive in this. Yet the fact still stands that TryHarts just need 1 more. If Teiko, though, but also the same fact goes for Teiko as well. 1 more round and they can take this to another OT. So, yeah, this could go either way very well. And just looking at the, it's an overtime, the economies and everything, you just have all the stuff that you need. So it's really down to who plays the round better.
It is down to who plays the round, but right now, TryHarts, 1st to 16, they want it. Potential for last round. They still have match point. They still have the ability to turn this game in their favor, but as the damage has been dealt, we've seen a lot of misplays from TryHarts on the T side. Remember, Teiko dominated the CT side. This is their favored point. TryHarts, they're up against the wall. Even if they have match point advantage, they don't have the side that they need. TryHarts wants to take this, but they have to start relying on that util or Dash Victor, the lurk. And the lurk isn't going to find anybody quite yet. Prodigy wanting to find some kind of pickup. This timing, free pill.
Yep.
Free pick. Right on down.
Breaking the smoke towards B after the lurk has been taken down. CD's going to be smoked off. Inkwell probably won't really be able to find anyone, but he is going to be spraying down. Never mind, I was really incorrect there. He just got 2 through the smoke, and this is looking all the more favorable for Teiko to take this to another overtime, because 2 people alive, yeah, what can they really do? And Teiko is going to be dragging this out to another overtime and keeping themselves alive in this series just by a hair.
That's crazy. That is insane. Welcome to overtime number 2 time. It's time to shine. It's time for TryHarts to keep it up. Remember, they are 2 rounds, 2 games up. This could be the last game for them. But when you look over at TryHarts gameplay, you're seeing some mistakes. You're seeing some util errors. They're flashing their teammates. They're not landing their smokes in the right way. They're getting shot through the smokes, which is just unlucky. But I look over at Teiko, who when they're on the CT side, has a big advantage, and now they start on CT. So TryHarts has to find a way, a kink in their armor, an ability to get the black arrow in the scales. I need to see what they can do. 15 to 15, it's time. And they're already taking so much damage from those nades.
A bit of damage taken. A Rage Machine, and oh, another good nade. Not really feeling a lot of damage, but still. They have taken a lot of space towards apps, but hey, Teiko. 3 people on A side. That is on purpose. Prodigy still holding if anyone walks out of boiler. Flash is good, but will they be diligent enough about Prodigy being there? Yeah, not exactly walking out into his crosshair. They're just waiting for Teiko to make a mistake, but Teiko, yeah, they're not doing anything either. Just a battle of patience yet, right now.
Let's see. Flashes are out. Great piece of util here. And Nop in hand. Oh, Prodigy. Rage Machine is not having a good day, but there's Helper getting hope. Top frag's down. Prodigy has to keep up the energy, but Scrabble gonna be able to punish. Such a hard execute, but Helper executes another. And they have bomb planted. TryHearts. Just enough time to take it, but the nade is not gonna find much value. They're running low on util. Oh my god. Teiko only has one flash. They have to retake this with pure aim and one util. And they should be ready for it. The op drops it. Indigo managed to find one, which means you know how they find more.
Both of them walking from in short. Yeah, they don't have enough time to clear out every angle diligently. Inquil's gonna be finding the first pick off. Indigo, opportunity for a no-scope, but if he won't go for it, takes one down, should be rescoping, just wasting the time, Glocks out, and gets the kill with the Glock! Why did Artimo turn around? Did he mistakenly think that he got the kill? That might have what have happened there.
I think he also might have thought that he looked down because a flash was coming. With the tension so high, you might not know what's going on. And at the end of the day, it's Indigo we're talking about here. This guy knows how to clutch those. And Indigo doing it with a Glock on... what round are we on? 30, 33? Round 33? And he's pulling that out? Sorry, round 30, 31. He pulled that out with. But now getting it to round 32. An op in the hands of Indigo. And a boost.
Season end!
Oh my god!
Oh, this guy!
He's just so good. He's just so good. And they keep up the T side. Wait. Op. Oh no. Wallbang potential. Oh, beautiful molly. RT mod.
Yeah, look at this guy. Kill with an op, then with an AK, and now moving on to B side. Inquil is going to be the first line of defense through the smoke and is going to be holding it down really nicely. He's going to be taking down two and disturbing TryHearts a little bit. Two people alive. Can they do it up against... Oh, amazing boost.
Yeah, and TryHearts from starting off with a beautiful pick, it just... one push through the smoke with no flashbang leads to demise. It's why the number one rule of Counter-Strike is don't open the loot boxes. And the second number one rule is don't push the smoke without util. And also, don't peek hope with an op.
The third number one rule.
The third number one rule is don't peek hoop op. His name's Hooping Game. It's confusing me.
But no. Confusing. But
we're
hey,
really solid
16
here.
to 16, Edju. What are we thinking?
I'm thinking that TryHearts, if they manage to take it on the CT side, if this gets to 16-17, they win the game. CT side is just that strong, and TryHearts is a really solid team on it. Teiko, though, if they manage to do another crazy spray, another hero moment, they get the game. We're not going to a triple overtime.
Ooh.
Oh my god, Indigo.
Yeah, you're telling me it's Indigo and he's not getting an opening kill with an op? Nah, not happening. He is doing it all for his team. They do have Banana because of that kill, but have to still be very cautious of just walking into B side because, yeah, they're just not... Teiko, they're not going to be letting them do that easily.
Not easily, but look at the split. Teiko hasn't really been given up too much space. Yes, they lost one, but they've adapted. With smoke's out, they want to try to push into this, but Rage Machine, we've seen him really become that first blood, and the smoke's not coverage enough. A missed smoke. I mean, you can even see it on the minimap. It was not covering what he needed, but a B push. We've seen the hero plays. We've seen a lot of damage from Inkwell. And this time it's Artimon who
Artimon.
gets 2. And Inkle gets another. Teiko taking this. And they just set it down. Oh my god. If now it's a CT-sided point, TryHearts, unfortunately, weren't able to take that round, which means they either have to go for a round 3 overtime or Teiko takes this.
Teiko now in the favor of this overtime. 2 more rounds. They can have this map and then move on to Dust 2 for another chance, for another life. Here we go.
Here we are. Setting it on up. As he said it, last chance here. And already the T side has used up all of their util. I like that TryHearts is not getting aggressive, but Rage Machine, please stop pushing. How many times are you the first person to fall? And here he goes pushing, but this time he actually does it. But will he get traded? Yes, of course you get traded there. And now it's back to a 4v4. And you did no damage inside of your 1 kill. Not worth it. And Inkle.
Definitely not. And yeah, they are capitalizing on it. After getting one more pick and another one, Teiko just making...
no.
Well, yeah, Victor bringing some of it back, but to what could it all be just in vain as Teiko is now moving towards B side. The bomb is being delivered. Helper still in the smoke though. Expecting someone to push out of it. RT Mod is going to be perfectly getting Helper there. Just a 1v3 for Victor to keep this alive.
There we go. Victor. Timing. Gets 1. Still somehow alive. Has AK now. Prodigy in a crossfire. This is a position that they've won every single time. Molly in the backside. But Prodigy just has to get the timing down, which... Here it comes. And there it is. And that's Teiko. 18-16. 1 away from taking the game. And that would bring us into map number 4. Definitely a back and forth of the ages here.
I mean, hey, TryHearts, if they do still get 2 more, we might get to see yet another overtime on this map. But hey, Teiko, they have this huge advantage. They only need 1 more after, well, a little bit of an underwhelming performance on the initial 2 maps. They have finally now stood up and are really showing the kind of performance that we were getting yesterday by them. So yeah, they need to keep on going.
Ooh, but that nade, Artimon, 10 HP. This is why the CT side's so prominent. But TryHearts has to win 2 in a row. Has to win 2 in a row to keep us into overtime number 3, but that is not going to be easy. T side, Teiko. Even with their low start, they still have the guns that need the 1-taps. And they sure do have the aim to back it up. Affamon. Flash in hand. Guns up. Molly. It's a little bit too unreal. And Inkwell is gone. The one player that's almost caught back single-handedly is now caught out. We have 3 players over on A. Op in the hands of Indigo, but he's in a position where that smoke fades. He's going to fade. Good, good, good. We're playing together. 50 seconds. A site. What's Teiko to do?
Everything looking pretty neat so far, and it's all now down to this one side execute that they're going to be doing. Perfect pre-fire on to Victor. Scrabble didn't even know that he got that kill, but he did, and that's going to be opening up A side for these guys a little bit more, making their way from shard apps. Helper.
But it's Helper and Indigo. These guys have shut down almost every push on Ace thus far, but the Molly behind. And that's the pre-fire yet again. Helper, Hope. Gets 1, the trade, and no, this could be it. This could be game. It's just going to be Rage Machine, who unfortunately didn't push this time, but now is pushing his limits. It's a 1v3. He's inching on up, and he has to find an opener. But God, this is going to be a whole lot of crossfires and a whole lot of Rage Machine. 18-26 to clutch it up, and he takes his time. Vandal in hand. We do have Prodigy in a pixel perfect peak. Can't we see Rage Machine getting the drop? But no!